Howdy! Today is lesson 102, and you will find that it is extremely familiar. We're just kind of adding in a new element. It is subtracting, nothing new, subtracting decimals. Again, nothing new there. Subtracting decimals using zeros. Subtracting decimals using zeros. Now, the new part here is not really new, but it's the using zeros. So you'll right away recognize it when we look at the first example for subtracting decimals using zeros. Okay, so if I said the mall is 5 miles away, I stopped at the gas station and realized I had already gone 2.5 miles. How much farther do I have to go? Well, right away, hopefully you laid it out like that and you didn't lay it out like this. 5 minus 2.5, because that would have been awful because your whole numbers weren't lined up. But as I look at this right here, I'm going, wait a minute, I can't do that problem without using zeros, hence the new lesson. If I go, ta-da, and add in that delightful little zero, look, everything lines up. I can now do my problem and say 4. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. My decimal comes straight down. Voila. Again, I know you knew how to do that one in your head, but I wanted you to see it laid out because that is subtracting decimals using zeros. All that means is that you need to add in a zero. And I'm going to pause right here and a question will pop up. What is the proper name for adding in those zeros? Think about it and go ahead and answer the question. That is what our lesson is today. Just add in zeros as you need them. Now those zeros can be added in anywhere you need them. So for example, if I said 1 minus 0.1, well, okay, let's do a point up here in my added zero. And then I can go ahead and do the subtraction straight out. Borrow, carry, 10 minus 1 is 9. Bring my decimal straight down because I borrowed to 0. 0 minus 0, 0, I'm done. Now you can do it where you put the decimal in the bottom. If you were to say 2 and a half or 2.5 minus 1. Well, there, subtracting decimals using zeros. Voila, I line it up. If you just think about the fact that anytime it doesn't line up when you write it, throw a 0 down and you'll be good to go, because here again, we would just go 5 minus 0 is 5, 2 minus 1 is 1, bring down my decimal and I'm set. That, folks, is subtracting decimals using zeros. Just don't forget to put the zeros in. And always back up here, remember to line up your whole numbers. If the whole numbers aren't lining up like my decimals line up, then I am just asking for problems. So line up your decimals, just bring them straight down when you're subtracting, and do that special mathematical term to help you make sure your numbers line up with your zeros. Hopefully you got that question right. I will see you in class to practice a little bit more. Hope you have a delightful night. Bye.